Happy Friday. I'm a little behind. I couldn't find everything that I needed. I apparently was ill prepared. Just, it's how it is sometimes. But it is a beautiful Friday morning nonetheless. I am happy to have made it here. My allergies are my allergies are in full swing. Yesterday I had the grand opportunity. Good morning, George. The grand opportunity to volunteer at an urban farm down here in Atlanta. It's called Good Sam, and it was a beautiful place. And I've had dreams of owning my own farm. Although I myself do not personally want to farm the land, I would love to tend a garden. But farming itself is something that's a bit out of the depths of where I want to go. But I would love to have farmland that is worked by someone other than me. Isn't that something? But I was out there pulling weeds and plucking strawberries and loosening up land for new beds and just being out in nature. And one of the hurdles that I have in being outside is my very severe allergies to pollen. But it's a small thing. It doesn't last for very long, and it's something that I expect every year. But it was a really great thing to just connect with the earth in a beautiful way, to be responsible for assisting that growth process for the earth, because she does so much for me. Allowing me to exist here, having all the conditions created for me to be able to live and survive, and it was just a beautiful thing. And so I would recommend that if you have an opportunity, if there's a farm nearby, an urban farm, if you live in the city area, go down there, volunteer for a few hours, see what it's like, see just kind of the things that it takes to help nature do what it does naturally. So we are wrapping up the first week of sacral chakra work. Sacral chakra is our second chakra in the series that we are doing, and it addresses it deals with our desires and our needs, not really our needs, our wants, our proclivities, and just kind of looking how they drive us. It's also about tapping into that well of creativity that is within us all. I started drawing, when I was in my late 30s, and who knew that I would have just a knack for it. And not that I'm, some grand artist, but I'm much better than I ever thought that I might be. But this, again, is just a stepping stone in a journey of just tapping into our own personal power. It's about self-empowerment, about really understanding the power that we have to direct the flow of our lives, and to just pull the power of all the things outside of us from having that full force. Not blame, there are things that are going to happen, but if I'm so eager to blame something else for my circumstances, then I just remove all the power from myself. Is it Friday already? Good morning, Katrina. Happy Friday. Man, I'm hungry this morning. But if I'm saying, well, it's this thing's fault or if that thing's fault that I'm in this circumstance, and even conversely, by giving away that power, if I do hard work and I get up every day, I grind, and I, achieve what I want to achieve, I'm thankful for the opportunity for life, but I still want to be able to recognize that I have been integral in the unfolding of the events of my life, and not giving away all of the power for that as well. All the things for good or for bad in my life. Good morning, Miss Wanda. And how are you today? Thank you for checking in on me the other day. I was really, I just needed a little bit of emptying out myself. But yes, a journey of personal empowerment, really taking the time to see who I am beneath all of the haze of things that I've been taught, all the haze of things that I have been influenced to believe about myself, about my place on earth, about my circumstances, about everything. Just looking at myself as a unique individual, part of a much broader body, just a cell of a body, but still a unique individual and integral. So I just want to round out the week with a nice, solid gratitude, good, you know, start to the day. Could set the tone for this Friday, set the tone for the weekend because it is imminent. And so just seated in a very comfortable place, looking ahead, unfocused, taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in all the goodness, all of the oxygen, all of the love, all of the energy that is surrounding me that I have been cultivating this entire week, breathing it in and releasing all the stresses of the week, all the negative thoughts, all of the negative energies, just releasing it back into the universe. And with the next out breath, just closing the eyes and returning the breathing to normal, in and out through the nose. And as we settle into the first stage of the meditation, we become aware of the space in which we are sat, the place where our body is physically situated right now. We're aware of the space above, below, in front, behind, to the left and to the right. A familiar space that we know well even with our eyes closed. And we tune into the physical senses in this space. The sense of touch. We feel the weight of the body pressing down on our seat. We notice the contact between our body and the seat. We notice the contact between our hands and our forearms and the lap. Notice any sounds that may be cutting through the silence of the morning. Loud sounds, quiet sounds, near sounds, far away sounds, comforting sounds, abrasive sounds. Just noticing them as they come and go. Noting any distinct or strong aromas lingering in the air, as well as any tastes that may be in the mouth. And then taking a moment just to check in with our body to see how it's feeling today. Starting at the soles of the feet and scanning our way slowly to the top of the head. Noticing each body part, each toe, the arch of our foot, the heel, the ankle, shin, calf, knee, just scanning. Noticing points of comfort or discomfort, of relaxedness, of tension, but not stopping or lingering, just noticing. Just noticing. And with that done, we turn the focus, the attention to the breath. Without controlling or directing it in any way, just watching the body do what it does naturally, but noticing where we feel that rising and falling of the breath. Is it high in the chest and the lungs? Is it in the diaphragm area? Perhaps it's low in the belly. Is it the same place we noticed it yesterday? As we settle into that observation of the breath, we take a moment to begin the day with a moment of gratitude, searching our minds for that for which we are thankful today. At this stage of my life, I have to work a job, a Monday through Friday, and in the midst of that, I am grateful for the reprieve offered by the weekend, at least from having to go to the office. But I am thankful for the weekend. And I say aloud, thank you. And in setting the tone for the day ahead of any thoughts that my mind may create or feelings that my body may decide to toss out at me today, I affirm and intend. I am strong in body, mind, and spirit. I cultivate deliberately a powerful and loving energy. I am responsible for all I feed myself, physically, mentally, orally. All that enters my body is my responsibility. I'm a creative being. I am grateful for all that I have and for all that is my life. I express myself lovingly. I am responsible for all of my words and actions. And with our affirmation set for the day, we return the fullness of focus to the observation of the breath. Just watching that rising and falling, again, not trying to control or direct it in any way. Simply observing. If counting helps to keep the focus, then count the out-breaths to a count of 5 before returning to 1, only to a count of 5. If the mind begins to wander, it's okay. But the moment we notice, just retrain the focus onto the breath. It's perfectly natural, particularly early on, for the mind to become distracted by thoughts. But the moment we become aware that it has, resume focus on that rising and falling of the breath in the body. And for just a moment, releasing all focus on the breath or anything else and just allowing the mind the freedom to do whatever it wants, to think about what it wants, to go where it wants. And returning the focus to the breath as we re-enter the physical realm, becoming once again aware of the space around us, of the place where our body is physically sat at this moment. Aware in 3 dimensions of the space around us, and tuning back into those physical senses, feeling the weight of the body pressing down on the floor and the contact with it, the weight of our hands and arms on the lap, and those points of contact, feeling them come into contact with one another. Noticing sounds in the environment. Noticing any smells, once again, any distinct or strong smells. Moving the tongue around in the mouth, noticing any tastes. And then when we're ready, slowly, gently opening the eyes, but still looking forward with that same unfocused gaze, and retaining our position for just a moment. And just pulling those affirmations, those intentions from that meditative space and forward into our day. Setting the tone, deliberately determining the kind of day that we are going to have, how we are going to respond, how we are going to walk, the energy that we will emit. Energy attracts its own kind. And there we are. It is not always easy to do this every day, but as probably anyone in the NBA will tell you, they had to shoot free throws all the time. You know, fundamentals, layups, something to build on. The consistency is, for me, has been one of the keys. I liken it to going to the gym. My results will be based on my consistency. If I go to the gym once a month, I'm not going to get the kind of results that I want to get. I can't blame the gym, because the gym just exists, and it's there for me to do whatever I want to do. And if I go in an inconsistent way, even if I go like twice this week, 5 times next week, no times one week, 2 times the following week, I'm still not going to get, my results will be based on my consistency, and my consistency will be based on the kind of results that I want to get. So it's a cyclical thing. It's a circular thing. I want good results. I do it consistently, and that's with anything. But have a great day. Do something creative today, just to continue to open up and explore that sacral chakra, that seat of creativity. Draw a picture, write a poem, sing a song, play an instrument, paint, any kind of creative thing that we can do. Just do it. Not for anyone else.